everybody, Adam here, So Wizard Podcast. It's time for more Star Wars talk with WallyHawk. Last time we talked about Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka Tano live action in Mandalorian Season 2. Very exciting. We're going to hit a few more Mandalorian Season 2 news items before we dive into a character spotlight. So not only are we going to get Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, but it's also said that Sabine Wren and Kanan Jarrus will also be appearing in Mandalorian Season 2. This is pretty cool because it's Star Wars Rebels, but with more and more people being added, I don't want them to dilute Mandalorian being about Mandalorian. I really liked that it was kind of insular and a new story that had its foot in the Star Wars world, well, firmly grounded in the Star Wars world, but it was fully about that character. Like, everyone kept suspecting Boba Fett was going to be in there, which we probably got his foot at least. But if Boba Fett came in too early in Season 1, it would now be the Boba Fett show. It's almost practically the child or Baby Yoda show as it is. That being said, I can't help but being excited about the Star Wars Rebels characters making an appearance in Mandalorian. What I'm thinking, and kind of what I'm hoping it is we get a glimpse of them, maybe a little bit of talk with Ahsoka, maybe an action scene with Ahsoka is what I'm really hoping for, and then they go off elsewhere. It also kind of makes sense that they could all be in the scene or the episode together. Further news on that is that Ahsoka, or Rosario Dawson, is signed up for multiple Disney Plus series. Hopefully one of those is in Ahsoka Tano show, which there is a rumor that it is, and that Darth Vader will be coming back and appearing in that show. Okay, now let's get into the main point of this Star Wars talk. We're going to do a character spotlight on Lor San Tekka. You might not know the name, but you're going to know who I'm talking about. This one's kind of for So Wizard's own marquee Mark. As we were coming into Rise of Skywalker, Mark was saying that the only thing he wants out of that movie was to know who Max von Sydow played in Force Awakens. Max von Sydow is a monumental actor, the late great legend of the big screen, and to have someone like that in that role, I know personally it made me think, okay, who is this guy? Are we supposed to know who he is? Where did he come from? Where have we seen him before? Where will we see him again? And as we all know from Force Awakens, I don't think I need to give a spoiler warning on a Star Wars YouTube video for a movie that's been out for years now. He doesn't make it, so there was no more for Max von Sydow. But who is this guy? What did he do? We didn't even get his name in the movie. So Mark, this one's for you. Lor San Tekka is an older guy who's old enough to have seen the world before the Empire took over. He really came to love the Jedi during the Clone Wars, the whole Jedi Order, and he believed in what they were doing. He is not a Force sensitive, but he did join the Church of the Force. The Church of the Force was kind of an organization/gathering place for non-Force sensitives to rally around the teachings of the light side of the Force and the Jedi Order. I guess Chirrut from Rogue One might have been part of something like this, and it also kind of speaks to the Wills, which was an original concept by George Lucas, but I'm getting way off on a tangent already. So Tekka spent a lot of time after the fall of the Jedi Order researching Jedi lore, collecting the information and the stories he could, because at the time the Empire was trying to suppress it all. Tekka was constantly defying the Empire and digging deeper into Jedi lore and Jedi stories, probably collecting artifacts and going around the galaxy doing whatever he could. And he didn't believe that peace could return to the galaxy until the Jedi Order was reestablished and balance was brought back to the Force. I'm sure he knew the prophecy of the Chosen One, and he got really deep into the teachings and the stories and even the history, probably things going back as far as the High Republic, now that we know that's coming. Why does this matter for The Force Awakens? Well, after the New Republic was established, after the fall of the Galactic Empire, Tekka knew a lot about the old world, not just in regards to the Jedi Order. So he was pretty instrumental into the New Republic trying to rebuild and reestablish the galaxy. Simultaneously, Luke Skywalker, the last of the Jedi Knights, was trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. Luke was doing the best he could with his limited knowledge, and Tekka was a very big part of him setting up his new academy and teaching a new generation of Jedi, and probably increasing his own abilities and connection with the Force as well. Sadly, as we know, Kylo Ren took that academy down, or Ben Solo took that academy down and became Kylo Ren. So Tekka went into hiding around the same time Luke Skywalker did. Before Tekka went into hiding, he was able to find the key piece of the map that we see in The Force Awakens that he gives to Poe Dameron, and he believes it's an important time to bring Luke back, and that Luke is needed in the galaxy, and as we see all the way through Rise of Skywalker, he is. After Tekka finds the piece of the map, before the New Republic and Poe Dameron track him down, he goes to a spiritual village on Jakku. And I thought that was an interesting note to end on, because as Tatooine became important for how the galaxy would evolve, this little crappy backwater planet, we got it mirrored in the sequel trilogy with Jakku, not just because Rey is found there and her roots are there, but if Tekka is hiding with the key to Luke Skywalker in a spiritual village, that's also a planet where Emperor Palpatine felt a strong connection to the Force and set up a cloning facility, which is a big part of the reason why Rey exists and why he was able to come back. But again, that's getting onto other topics. Mark, that one was for you. Now you know who Lor San Tekka was, played by Max von Sydow in The Force Awakens. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, putting out new videos all the time. Also, please make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. The main So Wizard podcast crew has been doing Pandemic Month. I wonder why. So Wizard Podcast can also be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you get bonus content, 2 bonus shows every month. Also be sure to go to SoWizardPodcast.com for reviews, recommendations, merchandise, and more. Thanks.